Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everyone doing this fabulous Tuesday evening? I am finally getting back into the swing of things. I have been busy in Challenge World. I have been busy in this mentorship program I have started. So now I am finally getting back to my regular schedule. So I said, let me get my little TikTok on. I said, let's talk about some business grants because there are several grants still in March, and we have some grants coming up in April that I wanted to discuss. So let's get into it. So how is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? Hold on, I'm trying to adjust my camera. I'm trying to get everyone together. Okay, here we go. So, for everyone who's saying, first and foremost, I will be doing in-person consultations in Houston Friday and Saturday. So if you are interested in doing an in-person consultation with me and you're going to be in H-Town, comment Houston in the comments and a link will be sent to you. So if you're in Houston and you're like, hey, I want to do an in-person consultation, baby, I got you. Just type in Houston in the comments and a link will be sent to you. I am doing in-person consultations on Friday and Saturday, and I am speaking at a conference on Sunday. So I will be in H-Town, back, to my own stomping grounds to say, hey, what's going on? So, business grants. Most business grants are going to require an LLC, EIN, and business bank account, right? But there are certain startup grants that are not going to require any of that. One is going to be due on March 31st, so let's get into it. If you have my grant bundle, it's going to be under the business grant tab. And I believe she is number like 255 or 266 if you have my grant bundle. If you don't have my grant bundle and you want to get my grant bundle, it's going to be $99. It's going to have a link of over 900 business grants with some training courses inside that will show you what to apply for, how to apply for the grant, what to ask for, how to do your budget, all that good stuff. If you're on my Instagram page, type in grants in the comment, a link will be sent to you. If you're on my TikTok page, you have to click the link in the bio to get the grant bundle. But the first grant I'm going to talk about tonight is going to be the Galaxy Grant. This is going to be for your startup businesses. You do not have to have an LLC. In fact, you don't even have to have a business that is in fruition. I mean, you can just be thinking of a business. So the Galaxy Grant is going to be $2,750. The deadline is going to be March 31st. So the end of this month, March 31st is the deadline. There are 7 things you have to do. Number 1, they want your email address. Number 2, they want your first and last name. They want your zip code. They want your gender, either male, female, or you prefer not to say. They're going to want your ethnicity. You can also prefer not to say what your ethnicity is. They're going to want your business status. I would like to start a business, or I currently have a business. And then you're going to hit enter. That is literally the online application for the Galaxy Grant. Okay, so for everyone who's saying, I don't know how to write a grant. I don't have time. I'm just so busy. I don't have any time for free money. I've never written a grant before. This grant application literally takes less than a minute. Okay, so if you are too busy to take 1 minute out of your day to get a free $2,750, well, then you really don't want the money. Okay, so once again, The Galaxy grant, I think it's number 255 on my grant bundle. If you don't have my grant bundle, comment grants in the comment on my Instagram page, on my TikTok page. Just click that first link in the bio. You can Google Galaxy grant. The application will come up. It's going to ask for your email address, your name, your zip code, your gender, your ethnicity, your business status. Either you would like to start a business or I currently have a business, and that's it. That's how simple it is to get $2,750 for your business. 2, form your LLC, get a logo, marketing, graphics, website, equipment, inventory, whatever it is you need for your business. So when I am always on Instagram jigging, I'm doing lives, I'm saying apply for business grants, because business grants are a very simple way of getting money. You are not going to have to provide 2 years tax returns, a profit and loss statement. They are not going to run your credit. It is not based on credit. There is not a max of how many grants you can apply for. If you have more than one business, you can apply for the same grant for each different business that you have, okay? Grants are a great way of getting income or cash flow into your business that you don't have to pay back. When you are starting a business, when you are trying to grow a business, cash flow is king. And a lot of times your cash flow is tied up. You are robbing Peter to pay Paul. We are on the hamster wheel. We have a great week just to have a slow week the following week. We have a lot of sales this month. And then last month, either we're out of inventory or it's just a slow month. It's very hard to get a business up and going. So going and getting a loan, maxing out your credit cards, doing things that are going to have that monthly bill, depending on what stage you are in your business, you may not be able to afford an additional monthly note. That is why I stress the importance of apply for business grants. Every single month, apply for 5 to 10 business grants. Number 1 is going to increase the likelihood of you winning. Number 2, you're going to get accustomed to what the questions are looking like. Number 3, you're going to see, hey, they're really asking the same question. So you're really just copying and repeating your answers, right? So business grants are a great way to get capital into your business. Now, for my more established business, like, girl, I hear you, but what's $2,000 going to do for my business? I'm glad you asked. April 1st. April 1st is going to be the FedEx grant. The FedEx grant is a really big grant. It's number 271 in my grant bundle. If you don't have my grant bundle, it's $99. It's going to have over 900 grant links to grant applications to apply for business grants. You have lifetime access. The list is going to be updated every single month. I also have training videos inside that will show you how to apply for the grants, what to ask for, what not to ask for. I also have a private Facebook group where I answer questions inside. And if you don't have my grant bundle, you need it. So if you're on my Instagram page, comment grants in the comment and a link will be sent to you. If you're on my TikTok page, click the first link in my bio. But if you have a more established business, you're saying, well, girl, I need more than $2,750. I got something for you. The FedEx grant. The FedEx grant is going to be a $50,000 grant. Now, who can use $50,000 in their business? The great thing about the FedEx business grant is that it is not going to do a criminal history background. So if we have a criminal history, it is no problem applying for this grant. Now, what are the requirements for the FedEx grant? Well, number 1, you have to have a FedEx account. So on the link to the FedEx grant, you're going to go on FedEx. You're going to make a FedEx account. It's free. That's step number 1. You have to be a U.S.-based business, okay? You have to have less than 99 employees. So you have to be a U.S.-based business and have 99 have less than 99 employees. So you got to have 98 or less employees. You have to have been in business for at least 6 months. And you have to ship with FedEx, okay? So if you're like, well, I don't really ship, baby, what you doing tomorrow? What you doing on Thursday or Friday? Go online tonight, make a FedEx account, and go ship something to yourself, to your mama, to your cousin and them. Go on ahead and ship something out on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, okay? So we can go ahead and apply for this grant. Now, what does the FedEx grant want? They want to know your business and the product or service that you offer. They want to know how you would use the grant money to grow your business. They want to know what is it like working with FedEx and how they have supported your business. So if we're not really shipping anything on FedEx, well, guess what? We have till April 1st to figure out how we're going to ship with FedEx, right? So maybe we are shipping thank you cards. Maybe if you are a service-based business, we're going to say that we're shipping something, right? We're shipping out a catalog, a workbook, a blah, blah, blah. So as we go ship something either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday before we go apply for this grant, we're going to say that we love working with FedEx because whenever we have to ship materials to our clients, you know, we are always guaranteed that they're going to receive their materials on time, right? Now, we're not saying that I ship everything to my client. I'm not saying I ship 4 days a week. I'm not saying to get up there and lie. What I am saying is go make your FedEx account tonight. Go ship something Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So we have an account and we now use FedEx in our business. And now we're going to rant and rave on how we love using FedEx because we just use FedEx on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. That's the first section. Then they're going to want high quality images, including your logo that show your business's personality. Okay, so if you don't have a logo, guess what? You have till April 1st to go get you a logo. If we're on a budget, now I haven't used AI to create a logo, but I'm sure AI can get you a little logo together. You can go into Canva, C-A-N-V-A, canva.com. Or you can go on Fiverr, Fiverr.com, and Fiverr will have graphic designers that will design your logo. Or maybe just type in graphic designers in Instagram in the hashtag, and graphic designers will pop up. Maybe find you someone that can make your logo in a week. Now we have a logo if you don't already have a logo. Now they want to have images and your logo that show your business's personality, right? So that means, ladies, we're going to go put on some makeup. If you don't wear makeup, at least give me some gloss and some earrings. If you have a shirt that has your logo on it, I am all for branded material, a nice branded polo, a branded hat, a branded sweatshirt, a branded windbreaker. If we don't have anything that's branded, then whatever is your business, look professional for that, right? So if I'm a baker, I don't need to have, this Sister Odell sweater on. I could have like a little apron and a hat, and I'll take a picture of myself in my kitchen. If I'm a mechanic, I'm going to take a picture of myself working on a car. But if you don't have any pictures, go find your mama, your cousin, and them to go take a picture of you, or go on Amazon tonight, get you a tripod. Find a tripod that's going to have you shipping for either getting here Wednesday or Thursday, and go get you a picture taken of you doing something in your business. If you're working from home, maybe that means that you are, smiling, packing up a box, right? If you're like a service-based business, baby, sit at this desk, get you a laptop. Here we go. On my iPads. Sit in front of that laptop or that iPad, right? And as you're... y'all can't see. Y'all can't see. Smile with the iPad and act like you're typing, right? Or you can be on that telephone act like you're doing. Baby, I don't know what your personality is, right? But we're going to give them some photos, right? So I would give them photos that really showcase you. But in the midst of showcasing you, if we are selling a product, in that picture, I'm sure going to show my product. Oh, I did tell myself. He going to have to wait. I did show, I'm going to show my product. I'm going to be smiling so they can see I have a product. Or if it just means I'm just sitting with a pencil, but I'm showing some personality. Don't come up here and be like, I gotta do this picture. Do you want $50,000? I can give you 50,000 reasons why you should be sitting up here putting on this photo shoot, right? Third, they're going to want you to create a short video. Share your story as a small business owner and how your experience with FedEx has helped shape your success. Okay? So, share your story as a small business owner. We need to be mindful that we're going to talk about being a small business owner. We're not going to talk about being a women-owned business. We're not going to talk about being a Latina-owned business. We're not going to talk about being a Black-owned business. This grant is not featured around women. It's not based around anything about dealing with minority. It's talking about being a small business, okay? So what kind of hurdles have you encountered with your small business, right? Do we have any hurdles when it comes to having capital? Maybe, we need... Someone give me a business in the comments. Like, I'm a freestyler, but if I can have a freestyler and know what kind of industry y'all in, it can just help me help you. Help me help you. So type in the comments what kind of business y'all have, and then I can kind of say like how we can show that we need this $50,000. Because we got photography. Let me write these down. This ain't Texas. No. So don't hold on. Okay. Trucking. Consultation for new consultation. Interior design. Bar and grill. Restaurant. Esthetician. Okay. We'll say men's health care. Okay. I got a lot. Okay. So I'm a photographer, right? If I'm a photographer, I'm probably going to need some equipment. I'm going to need some cameras. I'm going to need some lenses. I may need some backdrops. I may need some more lighting, right? So as a small business, I have a photography business. I am a growing photographer. I am one of the most up and coming photographers. If I'm new, I'm an established photographer in the blah blah area. But as my business is growing, I'm always needing additional lighting. I'm needing additional lenses for different shots. Or maybe it's time for me to have an employee, right? Someone to come help me carry the equipment, set everything up, help me do whatever it is I got to do for the shoot. So I need, for 50 grand, we got to break this down. So I'm a photographer. I'm going to need money. I'm going to first say for equipment. So what equipment do you need? But let me back up. As we're asking for this money, we want to ask for things that are going to make you money. What does your business need right now that's going to make you money? A lot of times people go into grants thinking if I have $50,000, I could pay my rent for 3 months and pay my bills at home and be good for 3 months. That's not what a grant is for. There is no such thing as a free security blanket, right? There is no such thing as just some extra money. There is no such thing. I'm just, tired of, of the rat race, If I had an extra 50 grand just sitting in an account, baby, you're in business, okay? And business is eat or get eaten, killed or be killed. You got to be a hustler. You got to be out here getting it. There is no extra nothing coming to save you. So we're not going to ask for that. You want to ask for things that are going to make you money, okay? So if I'm a photographer, what can make me money? Number one, having different types of equipment. So I'm a photographer. I'll make up something. I specialize in weddings and event photography. I've been asked to venture out in a different type of photography. Maybe you've been I'm just going to freestyle, but you can kind of, check out what I'm saying. Maybe some car dealerships have been asking you to do some work for them, right? And maybe we need a different lens to catch the car in motion. So for my dealership, our photographer would actually be in a car hanging out of the window to video the car that we're trying to feature on the freeway, on the street, so that the person watching the video of the car can see what's it look like moving on the freeway, what's it look like in the street, right? So maybe you need some additional, lens, camera, equipment, or a person to be able to handle a different type of job. Maybe you don't have enough cameras to handle a bigger type of event. So I have been I've been having to turn down jobs on concerts or bigger events because I don't have enough equipment. Or maybe you're booked and busy and you just need a person to come help you with this equipment. I need to be able to have additional equipment. And I need to be able to have additional staff to help me set up the shoot, whatever the case may be, hold the light, whatever you're doing, right? I'm not a photographer. I'm just freestyling. But we're going to break down this $50,000. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay. That was Deucey. Okay. So for $50,000, I need to break down specifically how much I need. So I'm not going to freestyle. I need $10,000 in equipment. I need $5,000 for employee. Well, no, go price the cameras out. How much are the cameras? How much are the lenses? How much are, is the lighting? How much are the background drops, right? So when you're doing your budget, it's going to be a specific number. I need $3,205 for a Blase Blah camera. I need $2,044 to have 5 additional background drops. I need to hire an apprentice or hire an assistant to help me now carry the equipment and help me hold the lights or whatever I need for this different type of shoot. Maybe we need some money for marketing. If our business is doing $5,000 a month, we don't need a $40,000 a month marketing campaign, right? Make your budget make sense to where your business is, okay? So equipment, inventory, maybe our business is growing and now we need a studio, right? Or maybe we're in a studio, it's too small. I now need a bigger studio. If I can get help with that first and last month's security deposit on the rent. So I'm asking now for equipment. I'm asking for some staff to help me. I'm asking for some space for either now a studio or a bigger studio. It needs to be why you need $50,000, but how it's going to make you money. So I'm currently sharing a studio with another photographer, and it's hard to get my clients in because we're having to share the space. Or where I'm located, there's not a lot of photography studios in the area, so it's hard for me to kind of get to my clients. So I would need to get a location. Why do you need the equipment? So I need the camera, but then show how it's going to make me money. If I had newer equipment, I could provide a better quality photo and charge more for my current clients. if I had a new type of equipment, I could then take on another leg of business, another type of client, and blah, blah, blah. Trucking. Well, baby, 50 grand ain't gonna get you far in trucking, right? So I don't know what we would do with $50,000 in trucking. Maybe we need to add another truck to our fleet. So that may be able to, and we plan on leasing with, I don't know, Penske, one of the big boys, if they're back to leasing trucks right now. So maybe that would be for getting a lease on another truck and covering insurance. Or maybe you need a different type of trailer, right? Maybe you would be able to have get additional jobs if you were able to carry cold loads, refrigeration loads, right? So if you had that trailer that kept things cold, you can then add a whole nother leg of business to your transportation company. Or maybe right now, transportation, commercial cleaning, anyone that is working on a net 30, meaning you got to do the job, pay your employees, you got to do all the supplies, pay all the expenses, and then you get paid 30 days later, right? Well, I'm not able to take on any more business because I'm on a net 30. If I had this $50,000, I could then upfront my gas, my expenses, my payroll to now be able to take on more jobs. If you're in a net 30 industry, they can offer you 100 more locations, right? But if you don't have the money to pay the supplies, equipment, expenses, payroll to cover those jobs, you can't even grow because you get paid 30 days after the job is completed. And if you go and start going to those factoring companies where they're about to pay you up front, but they're going to take a percentage, well, that's how you are destined for bankruptcy, because you're always on that catch-up game, because you're never getting your full payment, because you got to now cut the factoring company into 15-20%. So you're never going to get ahead. So you're always on that rat race, right? So if you're in trucking, if you're in a net 30 industry, you would need this money to kind of help float businesses, since you get paid 30 days in the rear. 9 out of 10 businesses can't function getting paid 30 days after everything is completed. Okay, consulting. If you have a consulting business, why do you need money? Now you got to make this make sense, because consulting is a service-based business, which means it's just you, right? It's just you using your mind as to how you're going to consult in whatever industry. So we're consulting on business structure, or we're consulting on credit repair, on weight loss, whatever you're consulting with is really just a service. So now we have to be intricate, meaning we got to be really detailed as to why we need $50,000 being a consultant. Maybe there's some software that's expensive, some software, a CRM system, a database that, that will help your, is it a database I want to say? Software to manage your clients, or maybe if you're consulting your client in something, you may need to have a software for them to do some things, right? So any kind of software, maybe a computer, but you want to think how the money doesn't need to come to you directly. So if we're doing consulting, maybe we need to have an employee in our business that's handling that day-to-day mundane stuff, right? Answering the phones, responding to emails, booking consultations, running social media, so that you can spend the bulk of your time with the client, right? So if I'm a consultant, besides software, maybe I need to have an employee doing the small stuff, so that I can now, instead of me doing 5 clients a day, I can now take on 8 clients a day, because 3 of my hours have been freed by this part-time employee answering the phones, responding to emails, booking appointments. Maybe I've been doing this consulting, either out of my home via Zoom, but maybe it's now time for me to be in an office. So I have a lot of clients that are in my area, right? I have a lot of clients that just want to have an in-person consultation. They're over the Zoom. Maybe I'm more of a higher price consultant, so they want to be face to face. They want to touch me. So maybe me working out of my home is not really conducive anymore because I'm growing, or I now need to get into an office space, or maybe I'm already in an office space, but maybe it's like a little small office. If I'm now going to bring an employee on, I now need a bigger office or another office suite so my employee can have an office or some space and I have an office. So that would be something to ask for. Maybe some marketing, but mind you, we don't want to ask for 50 grand of marketing and we're making $10,000 a month. Make it make sense. So I'm going to ask for some software. I'm going to ask for an office space. I could ask for a little bit for marketing. Maybe I need to redo my redo some headshots of me. Maybe I want to do like some scripted videos for marketing. Maybe I need to go to a conference, right? So let's just say, I don't know, a consultant. I help people do something, right? But there's a conference where my target audience is. If I could get to this nursing conference, if I could get to this mechanic conference, if I could get to this doctor conference and set up a booth, what I'm doing in consulting, that's my target audience. I could get a whole bunch of leads at this one conference, but maybe the conference is not in my budget. Maybe it's in Costa Rica or it's in Las Vegas and it's a 5-day conference. So maybe the cost of registering for the conference, being a vendor, and the travel, maybe that's not in my budget as a small business, but I know if I got to this conference, it's going to be money there because everyone there needs my service. Think of what do you need to make money in the next 30 days. That's what we're asking for. Interior design. Once again, interior design is a service-based business. So I don't know what we would need $50,000 for for an interior design business, unless we are unless you are really established and you just need to like maybe get a bigger office space. I don't know. I don't really know anything about interior design. I mean, I just know from my homes, the interior designer comes in and they measure everything and they take your money and they come back with the custom curtains and the custom couch and the custom bedspread and they just come on back, right? So I don't know what you would need 50 grand for. I don't even know why you would need money for interior design. Like it's just you marketing yourself as an interior designer. So let's freestyle. Marketing would be some photo shoots of you. Maybe you are trying to land a bigger job. So you've been doing a lot of residential interior designing, but you have a lead or you're able to maybe do some more commercial jobs if you had, I don't know what you would need to have, right? But showing how you can get bigger jobs if you had X, Y, and Z is what I would say. Maybe you are doing the jobs, but you're always having, I know my interior designer is Fierce Pierce on Instagram. She's thebomb.com. She's done all my homes, all my offices. She has that funky, she has a funky eye. She's going to give you that funky look. So Fierce Pierce on Instagram is my interior designer. She would sometimes have to, rent like a big Sprinter van. Like I got a custom couch made, and so she had to rent like this big van to bring me the couch, right? The curtains I had a custom home, so they were like abnormally long curtains, so they wouldn't just fit in like a regular U-Haul or SUV. So if we're doing maybe higher end designing or a commercial job, maybe we need to have a Sprinter van, right? But make it make sense for your business. You can't have one client saying, I want a Sprinter van, because they're about to, if we're doing our video and we don't even have a branded polo, well, baby, we definitely don't need a Sprinter van. So I'm saying all these things, not knowing where you are in your business. Just make it make sense, okay? A bar, a grill, or a restaurant. So this is going to be equipment. What equipment do you need to do your job faster? So maybe you have a grill or a stove, but it's old, it's outdated. If you had a newer model, you could get the food prepared faster. Or if you had another one, you could make you could make more food at one time to kind of get the food prepared and get this lunch line, get this dinner line down. Maybe if we're at home, or, for a smaller business, maybe we need to spend some money on renting a commercial kitchen to be able to have the space to prep the food, to make bigger orders. Maybe there may be a deal. Well, see, it's dealing with food. I don't know. You really can't get a deal on food and then not spoil. But maybe we can, if we have branded packaging. So we got a branded cups and to-go boxes and bags, right? Maybe if we were able to buy that in a larger quantity, we could get it at a cheaper rate. So it's not making you money, but it's making you money in the long run, because your return on your investment is going to be bigger. So if you had an additional block $5,000, you could get double the cups, double the to-go boxes, double the bags at the same price, because you're buying it in a bigger bulk. Think about equipment. I don't cook, right? I don't cook. So what do you need in the back of the house to store food? Do you need another deep freezer or another refrigerator? Is there not enough room back there? Do you need a remodel? If you already have a restaurant, but maybe she's dusty, right? Maybe if you had a new paint job, maybe some new tables and chairs, throw you in a new fixture, maybe that will like spice up or funk up the place, right? Maybe you are now starting to do DoorDash and catering. So if you were able to wrap a car you already had for marketing, or if you need a car and get it wrapped, that would be something that maybe would need it. Maybe if you only have one food truck, maybe you are booked and busy, right? And if you had another food truck, you could have one food truck on the north side and another food truck on the south side, making double the money. Maybe we need some more inventory. I don't think I would ask for a bigger inventory on perishable items, but maybe you can have a deal on non-perishable items. So like seasonings, any kind of tools that you need. Like, once again, I don't cook, but for 50 grand, I will be looking for something more expensive, like some kind of equipment, something for storage, a remodel, a bigger place, getting into a place. If anything is old and outdated, getting a newer one. That's what I would kind of think of. Things like that for the restaurant or the food truck. Always new furniture or remodel, something to, kind of spice it up. Maybe I don't know, is it called a chef? Who is the person that, I know, like, people who, I don't know what the person's called. The person you hire to make your recipes. Like, you can hire someone that will design your recipes. I don't know what that person's called, but I know I've done a consultation with a restaurant, and they were wanting to hire like a dessert chef or a blase blah chef to come in and updo, kind of revamp their menu and give them another menu and, all that stuff. So maybe we can ask for that. Or maybe you have the secret sauce, right? So you have some barbecue sauce that everyone loves, or you have some kind of seasoning that everyone needs. Everyone like always asks, like, "Ooh, can I get some of that seasoning to go?" Maybe it's time to start packaging something that you already make. So packaging your seasoning, packaging your sauce, packaging your mix. In Houston, there's a restaurant called the Breakfast Club. Don't go there unless you want to gain some weight. The food's off the chain, right? So they have, I'm a French toast kind of a girl, but is it catfish and waffles, or catfish and waffles is popular. So over time, they started selling their waffle mix. They started selling their seafood seasoning for catfish and shrimp. They have the best grits in the world. They started selling their grits. So maybe if you have a signature blase blah, you can now think about producing that to the masses. So if you have a barbecue restaurant and you have the best barbecue, start selling your barbecue sauce. Because I can go cook my own ribs at home and throw your sauce on it. If you go to grocery stores right now, baby, Chick-fil-A has all of their dressings in grocery stores now, and Chick-fil-A has barbecue, Chick-fil-A sauce, Polynesian sauce, and one more other sauces in that ketchup aisle. So Chick-fil-A is hitting you at Chick-fil-A, and Chick-fil-A is hitting you at the grocery store. When you walk down the aisle, what's your kid gonna say? "Ooh, mommy, I want that sauce," right? So think about what product is your most popular product, right? If you are known for your desserts, is there a way to add some more preservatives to your dessert to extend that shelf life so you can kind of sell your dessert and then they can kind of get it to go, like a Junior's cheesecake. There's a Junior's cheesecake in New York. It's off the chain. I used to order a Junior's cheesecake every year for my birthday and have it shipped to me from New York. It comes like frozen on ice. Of course, the packaging and shipping, all that's more. The client's going to pay for it. But find a way to be able to sell whatever is your number one item, either to the customer directly, or sometimes bigger restaurants want what the small people are selling. For example, my son's nanny, I should do a live with Rosa. My son's nanny, Rosa, was the best nanny in the world. I got her when she came here, been here a month from Venezuela. Her and her husband came here from Venezuela. The husband didn't speak a lick of English. Rosa spoke a little bit. We communicated a lot over Google Translate, but she learned English. Long story short, they made like a little empanada. It's gonna be like a little pizza, like a pizza crusted, like a floury pizza roll, but inside would be like seasoned meat or seasoned chicken. And her husband started selling these little empanadas. They call them pizzas. What do they call those things? It's like an empanada, but it's whatever it's called in Venezuela. So her husband worked construction. He started making these little pizza rolls, and he would like sell them to the other people in the town for like football night, or he started selling them, right? But they were really good, and you can get either cheese, chicken, or meat there. That's what they will be stuffed in. And so pretty soon she was like, Miss Joy, I'm making more. My husband's making more selling these little pizza rolls to the people in the neighborhood than he's making on his construction job. So I'm like, well, Rosa, tell him to quit his job and do this full time. It's like, Miss Joy, Rosa, quit the job. Like, you got to go for it. He quit his job, and now restaurants were wanting to buy wholesale from him these little empanada things. It's not empanadas. I know that's Mexican. It's whatever you call this. It's something like pizza. It's something like that, but it's for Venezuela. Pretty soon, baby, Rosa gave me her tube, like, Miss Joy, you told us to go for it. And now I'm telling Rosa, put some apple pie filling in there. She would have us test the food. I'm like, girl, I'm a fat girl at heart. I'm like, Rosa, make this into a dessert. Like, put an apple pie filling in it. Put a cherry pie filling in it. Like, this is really good. Make the dough a little sweeter. And so she would I would be her like little test tube dummy. She would make the stuff, and I was like, Rosa, do this, do that, and it worked, right? So pretty soon, Rosa gave me her tubing notice saying they're about to get this food truck. Long story short, Rosa is called Pastel Pizza. I'm gonna add Rosa's company on here, baby. Rosa's at the bank. Rosa's let me break this down. The husband still don't speak English. They have been in the USA at this time 3 years. Okay. They are making this one little empanada thing in pizza, cheese, and chicken. And then I made them do it in some apple pie filling and cherry pie filling, right? Started with one food truck. The one food truck turned to 3 food trucks. The 3 food trucks turned into a commercial kitchen. Then they're selling these empanadas wholesale to restaurants. So a bigger restaurant who don't want to have to come up with the recipe, hey, let me just order it in bulk from you. Okay, so back to what I'm trying to say, restaurants, if you could come up with your, whatever is your top 2 things, can you sell it to a bigger restaurant? Went from 3 food trucks to selling her little rolls to restaurants wholesales. Is not empanadas. It's like an empanada, but it's from Venezuela, so that they call it something else. To a brick and mortar. From a brick and mortar to now 3 brick and mortars, and their rolls are now sold wholesale to restaurants and the grocery store. Baby, I sent Rosa, there's a Latin grant for Latin business owners in the food industry. The cap is, though, you can't make more than $2 million a year. I didn't even see the income cap. I just saw it was a Latin food restaurant grant. I sent it to Rosa. She said, oh, Miss Joy, I'm so sorry. We don't qualify. We make more than what the grant said. Rosa, be at the bank. Be at the bank. But they took this one thing. So if you're in the food truck or a restaurant, what is your one thing that everyone comes? How can you get that out to bigger resources, right? Or, well, this ain't got nothing to do with the grant. Food truck, restaurant, if you could collaborate with another smaller restaurant. So if I do po' boys, and all I'm selling is po' boys and hamburgers and fries, and you have a dessert, you could partner with me. Hey, I'll come bring Joy's funnel cakes on the weekend. So now I have a dessert to offer my client that's going to make the client experience warm and fuzzy without having to go get a chef to make me a recipe for a dessert and then go and get all these ingredients. You can collab. But grant rise, if you have that one product, that one seasoning, that one sauce that you want to now sell, well, number one, we got to patent that formula. You can't just send your formula out to a manufacturer to make, because they're going to take your formula and sell it to the big boys. Now you're competing with Kraft on your mama's barbecue recipe. So maybe we need a professional fees for a patent attorney to go patent our formula or our recipe for our seasoning, our barbecue sauce, our Alfredo sauce, this apple pie, whatever we making. Maybe we need money to be able to now package that, to be able to mass produce it, package it, label it, to now sell it to our customers. Now we can ship online, so think, how can I take one thing from my restaurant that the whole world can experience? So if I'm doing Joy's Rib Shack, I can't share my ribs to the world, but you can get that sauce. You can get that seasoning. So that will be a food truck. An esthetician, girl, pick something, right? So esthetician is all about making women feel beautiful and confident and, melanated skin, black skin, Indian skin, brown skin. We can't do the same treatments, or we can't use the same lasers as white skin, right? Because of all of our pigment, certain things are not offered to our skin. So whenever is the new laser or the new product that comes out for melanated skin, it normally is going to cost more, right? So if I'm an esthetician, what kind of equipment do I need? Do I need to update some equipment? Do I need to change some equipment or have some that's going to be for non-melanated skin and melanated skin, right? Is there a new procedure that's out, but you don't have the funds to be able to get it? I got some Sculptra injected. She wouldn't give me Botox. It's something that's supposed to help my skin make more collagen. Because when I smile, you see that? I get these little lines like that. But she said Botox will maybe not be able to smile. I need to produce more collagen to make my skin more thick. I'm old, y'all. When you get over 40, things just don't be doing what they're supposed to be doing. So maybe you're able to bring something new to the area. So maybe no one has Sculpture, no one has collagen, or maybe Botox isn't big, or maybe there's all these different things. Maybe there's a certain type of facial line. I had a client who she says the expensive facial care products had some chemical in it that aggravates melanated skin. So her Indian clients, her Latina clients, her Black clients, it would aggravate their skin and causing them to break out. So she invented her own product that would do the same thing, but it wouldn't aggravate the melanated skin. But she needed money to go mass produce this, get it bottled to be able to sell. So if you're an esthetician, are you trying to sell your own product? Do you have a product or a product line that you're trying to make, produce, and sell? Do you want to offer a new procedure that no one's doing? Do you need some kind of equipment, some kind of lights? There are so many different treatments in the aesthetic world. What is it that you need that will make you more money? Baby, if you can get you, what is it called? A medical director, baby, Ozempic or semaglutide, is selling like hotcakes, right? So, hey, I have an opportunity to bring, semaglutide. Honey, Oprah's doing a whole special on semaglutide. Weight Watchers is getting into semaglutide. Semaglutide is the new thing. Are they offering semaglutide in your area? If not, you'll be the first person to offer it in your area. Or they're offering it in your area, but they're, it's just in such a high demand that they need another person in the area offering this product or service. So as an esthetician, showing why you need either equipment, supplies, or why you need to bring some kind of procedure or something to your area. And the last one, I cannot read my writing. I should have been a doctor, but I really can't read my writing. I don't know what I put, so I don't know what this last one was. But those would be examples of things to ask for when applying for the grant. So when you're asking for the money, we got to show why you need the money, how it's going to help you make money. The key is asking for things that are going to make you money. And then they're going to want you to shoot a short video that shares your story as a small business owner and how your experience with FedEx has helped you. So that is as simple as the FedEx grant, $50,000. I would always when you're applying for a grant, look at the past year winners, right? So view grant awardees. So one company is called Argo Thrive out of California. They are organic biofertilizers. Another one is called the Cupcake Collection out of Nashville, Tennessee. The Cupcake Collection makes sweet treats with premium ingredients that pay homage to their founders' Louisiana heritage. A cupcake company. Ducoterra. This is affordable and frayed heating panels and clean energy efficient electric heating solutions. Pinot Blue is a line of products made from pinole, powdered, roasted, ground maize mixed with spices. It's organic blue corn and it's cookies, protein mixes, and stone ground tortillas. SJC Custom Drums, a drumming company. Come on, Up in Smoke Welding Apparel. So they make clothes for the smoking welding apparel industry. A hat company, Waller Hat Company has a large selection of stylish hats for men and women and children that provide sun protection. So it doesn't really, baby, they got Bay Dog, Canine Adventure Gear, products for dogs, okay? So it doesn't really matter what your business is. You just want to show how the money is going to make you money. Do not ask to catch up on bills. Do not ask for an emergency savings. Do not ask for operating expenses. That is not going to make you money. Nobody wants to throw one life jacket to the Titanic sinking ship. It's not going to do anything. Although it's a business grant, they're looking for business owners that can flip the money, that can do something with the money. Why? They're giving this grant away, but they're giving the grant away so that they can come back to you in a year and say, oh my gosh, Joy, we gave your barbecue company a grant last year. How did the $50,000 help your business? If I say, oh, well, I was able to catch up on bills and pay my rent so I didn't get evicted. They don't want that. They want to hear, oh my gosh, I was able to start a second location. Oh my gosh, I was able to increase my profits by 20%. Oh my gosh, I was able to get a catering van and now I do catering and DoorDash. Oh my gosh, I was able to add a whole new dessert line to my menu. Oh my gosh, I was able to revamp my entire restaurant, and now I have now with this new decor, it's bringing a whole new audience in. They want that aha story. So unlike a nonprofit grant that's giving away money for those who are needy and less fortunate and blah, 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 a business grant wants to give it to a business owner that can flip the money, that can double the money, that can go make some use with this money and come back with some kind of aha story. Okay. So $50,000 FedEx grant is going to be due on April 1st. If you have a brand new business or thinking about a business, the $2,750 Galaxy grant that has 6 questions you're filling out. You can apply for it in less than 30 seconds. If you don't have my grant bundle, comment grants in the comments on my Instagram page. On TikTok, you can hit that first link in my bio. I have a grant bundle for $99. It's going to give you links to over 900 business grants to apply for. The list is going to be updated every single month. You have lifetime access. I also have training videos going over what to ask for, what not to ask for, how to make your business stand out. As a business owner, you should be applying to 5 to 10 business grants every single month to increase the likelihood of you winning, to get you more confident with winning grants, but more importantly, to be able to get free money into your business. I had one client, he got the $10,000 Be Good grant in June or July, whenever she gave that one out. And then he backdoored in November and got a $40,000 grant. He has a record store, right? If you're able to get in money 2, 3, 4 times a year that you don't have to pay back, that's not going to have a monthly note like getting a loan or maxing out your credit cards, it's the best way to get money into your business. So comment grants in the link. comment grants in the comments for a link to be sent to you for my grant bundle. If you're on my Instagram page, for my TikTokers, click the first link in my bio. I am going to be in Houston this weekend. I'm speaking at a conference on Sunday. If you are in H-Town, I'll be doing in-person consultations on Friday and Saturday. You can comment Houston in the comments for the link to book your appointment. And if you want to do an in-person consultation with me. Okay, so that's business grants. Don't be afraid to apply for business grants. If you never applied for one before, great. At one point in time, you couldn't walk, you couldn't talk, you couldn't ride a bike, you couldn't drive. You learned how to do all of those things. So now you can learn how to apply for a business grant. It is really simple. The applications are going to be mostly online, asking you questions as to why did you start your business? What challenges did you face? What makes your business different than the competition? How do you solve the problem differently? Why do you need the money? What will you do with the money? All of these things are going to be the same type of questions that are going to be asked on all the grant applications. So once you start filling out your applications, write down your responses, save them. So take one Sunday out of the month, apply for 5 in 1 hour, and you're really just copying and pasting your same answers because the questions are all the same most of the time. So that's grants, okay? I will save this replay. I will add Rosa's restaurant so you can really see Rosa doing some big things. But you need to apply for business grants every single month. It's a great way to get free money into your business to help you grow, start, or expand your business that is not going to come with a monthly note. Whether you are starting a business, whether you're doing an expansion, whether you are growing, cash flow is king. And so we don't want to overexert ourselves with debt, and we're trying to get that new location open. We're trying to get that equipment, get that new equipment. We're trying to, expand to another state. We're trying to, get all these new things, and we don't have enough money, and you're stuck in that rat race, robbing Peter to pay Paul, robbing Peter to pay Paul, robbing Peter to pay Paul, and now we're stressed. Oh, hold on. Now we stressed. Now we have the monkeys around our neck. We done maxed out these credit cards, trying to get the business started. We done took this loan out, trying to get that second location. And now every single month, that bill's coming on top of the regular business bills, on top of the regular home bills, on top of the regular kid bills. So when we got this monkey on our neck, we're now stressed. We're not going to be creative. We can't think how we normally think. We're either eating too much and gaining weight, or we're not eating and losing weight. We arguing at home with that spouse. She told you, didn't no one tell you to quit your job? You should have kept your job in the first place. Now you're not having sex. Now you're headed for divorce court. Now you got to tell your kids they got to get out of football and basketball, and tell their daughter she can't do gymnastics. Now we are just everywhere. All because we overexerted ourselves financially, okay? So that's why I am always jigging on Instagram, telling you about a grant. I'm doing lives like this, telling you about a grant. I'm going to be posting a reel, telling you about a grant, because it's a great way to get free money into your business that's not going to cause you stress. And trust me, 20 years of being in business, you are more productive, you're more creative, you can think outside the box when you don't have the monkeys on your neck, okay? So grants are a great way of getting capital into your business that is going to be debt-free. I will save this live if you are just tuning in. I broke down 2 grants. I broke down the Galaxy grants, $2,750. You don't have to have an LLC for this grant. And then I also broke down the FedEx $50,000 grant. Galaxy is going to be due on March 31st. FedEx is going to be due on on April 1st. I broke down what you need to apply, how to apply, and actually gave examples on different types of industries on what to ask for. So Instagram, I'll post this live on my page. TikTok, I can only post like bits and pieces. I can't like post a whole live on TikTok. So I don't know. Anywho, everyone have a great night, and I will of course see you at the bank.